fam? Real quick, number one, thanks to everybody supporters. I just came from the post office, Scarlett. You get this. I appreciate you so much. How y'all doing on y'all water therapy? Y'all getting that program in and those corrections. That's what it's doing. I noticed I say I'm a lot. Looking back at my video the other day, I say I'm a lot. It's not gonna be a long live. I just had thoughts from our studies today. But remember I was telling y'all about Ilana, the one who's in control of the 5 gods, right? And she's looking to put 42,000 of them up there. All right, I see another part to plan, basically. You know, our electromagnetic field, not just the electromagnetic field, all of our energy field is connected to the Earth's energy field. Not only connected to the Earth's energy field, our energy field is affected by the Earth's energy field. So, if the Earth energy field was to be contaminated, it will contaminate our energy field and it will contaminate our DNA. Most of us see, when we say DNA, we see the physical. DNA is spiritual. It's what communicates with the atomic world, subatomic world, the quantum world. It is what help us to quantum entangle. Everything is spiritual. Everything is, DNA is chemicals. It's a chemical bond. It's nucleic acid. It's so most people, we see it as a whole thing in our mind, like the helix. It's not that at all, but that's just how the model they use so we can understand it. This thing is a chemical bond. It's like the A, T, C, and G. These are different molecules that hold information. So it's nothing solid, actually. It's, I guess, like nothing else is, but so if the energy field, when our energy field is contaminated, the Earth's energy field is contaminated, our energy field is contaminated, and our DNA becomes contaminated. So like with the 42,000 gods that they're about to shoot down on the Earth, did somebody go to the bathroom? With those 42,000 gods they want to shoot down on the Earth, and this is why extraterrestrials are concerned. It's going to surround this place with those gods, all 5 of them. Let's go with me here. It's going to surround the Earth, and it's going to destroy her field. And it's going to lock souls in, even the Earth's soul itself, the Earth's life force. So this is number one, how the plan is not just about they're shooting it directly on us. Well, they will be, but they're going to destroy the Earth's energy field, her biofield, her electromagnetic field, her chi, and in turn, it's going to destroy the living beings on it. But spiritually, we can do something about it. Physically, we can affect the spiritual world. Humans are very, very special in the universe. And we are special because of the primordial mothers. Because our body, I'm telling y'all, spirituality is a technology. What we're able to do with our bodies, other beings have to use synthetic measures to do it. What we're capable of doing, there's a lot of beings out there in a universe that doesn't have the energy centers like we have. And not just the 7, all 613. They don't have use of these portals, you know, like we have. Hold on, everybody. They don't have use of the portals like we do. Humans and Earth together, we're very special in the universe. I mean, even the chemical composition which creates life on Earth is not on other planets. Maybe it was once on Mars, but it's not now. It's just a rock. Earth is softer and plusher and green and blues, and you know what I'm saying? Like where that planet is just orange, other planets is just gas. The atmosphere is different. The other planets doesn't have water like we have, and we are fish. We are water creatures. You know, you say you got dry skin and you scratch yourself, that's called scales. Air is dense water. You were born in an amniotic sac. You were created and it was housed for 9-10 months in fluid, in liquid, breathing in liquid. You have eternal gills. And then we come out into an atmosphere that's dense water. This is why we heal with water. We always did. It seemed new now, but it was just forgotten like everything else. So these beings, they manipulated us because we were, you know, you even hear the stories. They use it like in the Bible, like the angels were jealous of man because of free will and all of this kind of stuff. In my opinion, it wasn't about free will, or free will is what free will meant. And free will meant the ability to manipulate reality. Where they couldn't, in order for a being to manipulate reality, like dogs, like insects. There's been no scientific proof that these beings monkeys are manipulating reality. They're surviving in it, but they're not creating it. You know, they are very well connected, hence they go with the ley lines, they go with the magnetic field, you know, the magnetic crystals in their, the magnetite crystals in their brain, they're still connected to. Like we have been disconnected from those crystals in our brain that connects us to the electromagnetic fields of the earth, where we would feel when a tsunami coming. We would feel, some of us do, some of us are connected. We would feel when it's going to rain. We would feel when, like the monarch butterfly. The monarch butterfly migrates from Mexico to the East Coast and back. It's a journey that the monarch butterfly takes, and then they all end up on this mountain in Mexico. It's beautiful. It's like millions and millions and millions of monarch butterflies. But they take this route from the electromagnetic grid. That's why, like, the grid and stuff is messing up. That's why you have these animals on the earth right now moving in circles. Birds, sheep, cow, fish, like they just moving in circles. They're actually trying to warn us, but we're not listening. So the technology of the human, what makes us human? I know some people in the spiritual world, you know, they don't like to use that word human. They want us to be gods. But in my understanding, what makes sense to me, to be human is to be the God. To be human for me means to be consciousness and flesh in unison. Now how? That's the DNA. That's you connecting with your DNA. Hits water therapy. Because that's what it does. It connects us to ourselves internally. It connects us to our DNA. In turn, the DNA can then be used by the conscious being you to manipulate or change, create your reality. It removed the receptor blockers so that you manipulate your reality. You will notice that you are manifesting faster underwater therapy. If you haven't taken notice yet, take notice. Things you are saying is coming to pass. But these beings using synthetic technology, it was just like with the male being. The male being didn't have the technology that the female being had. She had the God body, because included in her body was the portal, and she could procreate on her own via parthenogenesis. She could bring beings from other dimensions in, and not just children, not just earthly beings. Women have the ability. We send out a signal, and as the primordial mothers, we could send out signals from our yoni. The yoni, that's why we call ourselves Zen wombs, because of the science of the womb itself. It's not as in Zen pussy. It's as in Zen wombs, because the womb is a whole machine. Men have a womb too. They have the womb called mind, but they don't have the mind called womb. So this womb could birth beings. Women can bring so-called angelical demonic beings, entities, because we hold portals. So like if we're not right, if we sending out the wrong energy through the vortex, then it'll be used as a portal. Stargate. Women are the Stargate. We are the Stargate. And when we Stargate that waterway, we bring great beings through the water from different dimensions here. But in our technology, so it's war. Our sons went to war with us because of it. We didn't worship. We didn't erect on the ground. We went in the ground, in the cave, because the cave's again a representation of the womb. So we went in the ground with the copper and the amethyst and the, you know what I mean? That's why the Nazis 300 years they went on a crusade to kill anything resembling to a witch, meaning she who manipulated energies, she who used nature. So they called it witchery, the natural power. So it's so suppressed in us, but the good thing in us is still in our DNA, because the DNA holds all information. 13.7 billion years worth of information is in every one of your cells. So all we have to do is awaken it. Hence I'm working really hard. And and the keys that the Guardians gave me yesterday, y'all, this is going to be so powerful. But we just have to awaken it, because you don't forget that we are always limited by the bodies that we in. So our sons can never match what the mother can do, because he don't carry the portal. You feel me? So it was really the black woman, the black man, and then the rest of the world. But we have lost our way. These beings came from other places. They look like Voldemort. Some of the beginning ones that came to the planet, I've seen them. They look like Voldemort from Harry Potter. That snout-nosed man looking with the white skin, but where he was like, I don't know what color he was, but it was like white. Kind of like a Voldemort Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. A mix of those two beings. They real beings. They wore real clothes. Like, from their place, they royal. But they don't have technology. I've seen them. I'm saying this because I've seen them. And not in a movie. They didn't have technology within them. Their technology is superb outside of them. And that's what they're trying to make this world here. That's why you have to be highly spiritual or highly technical. What I tell you, spirituality is technology. Your body is the technology. The way you use your portals, the way we use our vortexes, our vertexes, the way we reach our high points, the way we can move energy fast, the way we can move energy with our mind, the way we can manipulate our reality. Other beings don't have it, y'all. You are a very, very special creature in the universe. Very special, and so is your planet. And they want you and the planet. So what they did was manipulated us. They manipulated our genome. They cut us off from ourselves. We have 46 chromosomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 46 chromosomes. The second chromosome, they manipulated it. 200,000 years ago, scientists see that that was a jump in evolution. The oldest fossil ever found is of Artie. But neither one of those to the humans, the closest they would find is a male, 45,000 years ago. The fossil of a male that's close to these bodies now, they saying. But what scientists have found is that 200,000 years ago, something happened in evolution and they can't figure out what. We completely skipped a whole bunch of levels. But they have nothing to do with us. These beings with synthetic technology manipulated our genome. What happened to those people? What happened to us living to be thousands of years old like those in the Bible? What happened to that? It's supposed to have been a punishment. It said because somebody did something that we would not live to see one day. And one day of God's is 1,000 years to man. So men started to live to be 999 all the way till now. What happened? What they did was they fused the chromosome and they put a cap on it. They capped us. They put a cap on our chromosome called a telomere, which means that the genes, our cells are limited. I don't know exactly the number. Let's just say cells split 1,000 times in your lifetime, right? They capped it to that, which means with that split, we can't live past 120 years old. We're not even reaching that today because of all the poisons and stuff that they're giving us, which is shortening our lifespan. You got people dying, leaving the planet at 37 from heart attacks. You know what I'm saying? But because of our telomeres, we have the ability in this day to live at 120. But that's a limitation. That they put a cap on us. They put a cap on the magnetite crystals in our mind, in our brain, that we can follow the magnetic grid. They put a cap on our DNA that we cannot fully use. Your DNA is your technology. So you have been separated from your DNA. You ain't got no junk DNA. That junk DNA still work. You can't work it though. So we are limited with what we can do because they capped us. We had a gland in us called the barytheric gland. Look it up. And with this gland, we could use our 5 senses. They capped us. Our 5 senses, it's not sight, taste, touch, smell, and hear. That's only one sense. And that is the sense of perception. But we have 4 other senses that they call extrasensory perception. We have perception, which is the 5 we have now, which is only 1. Because perception is the sense of touch. Light has to touch the retina in order for you to see. Sound has to touch. Taste has to touch. Smell has to touch. You have to touch to feel. That's one sense, the perception, the sense of touch. But then you had psychometry, clairvoyance, intuition, and telepathy. Psychometry is when you can touch something and know who touched it last. Like in these days here, it was said it would be replaced. You'll see more people with this. It's love, because the gland will be replaced here when it came back. You have more people that are using those 5 senses now. Before it was just like it wasn't on a planet like that, and it came through few people, and they called it ESP. Point is, like I said, we are very, very special in our technology. Now, if they point the 5 gods down here from them 42,000 satellites, it will completely destroy the Earth's energy field. Our energy field interlocks with the Earth. Whatever happens to her happens to us. So it will destroy our magnetic field. We will be completely off, and it will destroy our DNA. Remember, DNA is a chemical compound. It's molecules. It will destroy the DNA. But we can change. We can change the energy field of the whole planet. Now, how is that possible? How is it possible? Us being our size can change the energy field of something this size. Now, would I be equivalent, in ratio to the Earth, would that be equivalent to a virus in me that's microscopic, that would change my whole energy field? Give me a cold, give me the flu, you feel what I'm saying? HIV, it could change. A microscopic thing can change my field. Why can't I change the Earth's field? We are one and the same, us and the Earth. We are consciousness though, differently. We're just really tiny to it. But we have consciousness where we can command elements. magic. We manipulate the elements. We manipulate energy. That's what magic is. The manipulation of energy. You have energy to move. And it's real simple how to do it. I'll say this, 99.9% of you won't get what I'm saying though. You can manipulate anything if you know its name. I keep telling y'all that. Just know a thing's name. So, and this is how your DNA will be manipulated, will be programmed. See, like a lot of you just say we just speak over ourselves. We're beyond that. It's that, but it's more than that. It's way more than that. That's just a little bit they teach you. To speak over myself and program. Every now and then it gets through. You know it because you can't even manifest your reality. You can't even manifest your necessities. You're not talking to yourself. It's not working. If you could read yourself, then your DNA will take care of that for you. Because it's your DNA that connects with photons. And it's photons that create everything. Every now and then you get through. But they teach you all the wrong ways to do it, so you're not getting through. You're not getting to your DNA. First off, they got so many receptor blockers in you that you can't reach it. That your consciousness cannot send a signal. Cannot send the vibration to the DNA. Hence, water therapy removes the receptor blockers so you can connect to your DNA. That's why you got so much niggas coming out with the water therapy, because it's removing the receptor blockers. Then, as the Guardian says, it's making corrections in us. You're being corrected. It's why you have children speaking that never spoke before. Why you have the skin doing the things that it's doing like it's magic. Like you guys got a magic cream on you, but you just been listening to water therapy. Why your mind is opening up. Why your creativity is back. Because it's making the corrections. Is why. So these beings, again, cut us off from ourselves on so many levels. And we have to, it have to be done by the DNA, and there's levels to it though. And when I'm gonna put it all out at one time, I talk about it all the time, the way you have to get into a light body. Just being in a light body can help you start to reprogram your DNA. You gotta get lighter. And even though like you can get as light as you can, they still gonna spray you though. They put the receptor blockers in you. But the water therapy will remove them. That's why you got that dark urine. When you listen to water therapy, because it's constantly pushing toxins out, while they constantly putting it in. Again, we have help now. And because of our energy field, because we are consciousness, with all this technology, when we lock our hands and feet on our planet, just like we have changed her. Do you realize we have changed the energy of the earth negatively by just not connecting to it no more? By putting rubber between her and us on every level. Right now I'm traveling on rubber. They got the streets lined. Like now they got some kind of rubber stuff that they put on the street because asphalt severs the tie. Concrete, you can still make the connection of earth standing on concrete. But asphalt, no. So when we stop connecting to the earth, we stop the exchange. Hence, to the trees. The ritual I gave y'all to get on my page, the gathering of souls. Do the tree ritual. If you didn't do it, do it. And go to nature and follow every instruction in that video. Just do hashtag GOS, the video should come up. The gathering of souls, the video should come up. So when we disconnected ourselves from the earth, like, you know how there's a connection between mother and child. The bond between a mother and a child is for a lifetime. Because no matter what happens to my mother, it happens to my body. Sometimes I'm sick, and I gotta remember, oh, it's not me. Let me check on mom, and I'll check on mom. It's her that's hurting, and once I connect with her, the pain will go away from me. It wasn't me, it was her. Or the mother always knows when something's going on with the child. But these days, no. Why? Because those energies that we receive are being blocked. Receptor blockers on every level. In our clothes, we can't connect to the earth and to our mother and our lover and our children anymore because of the synthetic fibers that we have on over our nipples, over all of our energy portals, over the most magical portal you have. Is not your brain, female, it's your womb. What material do you have covering that portal? What material do you have covering your solar and your heart? What materials in the caps they give you that covers your crown and your third eye, or your first eye? In the wintertime or the summertime, when you playing games, or what's the gloves made of that you're putting on your hands, covering the portals that's all in your fingers and palms? What energy is in our, when I'm driving right now, all the synthetic energy, when you can use the palms of the hand and the palms of the feet to regulate the organs in the body. Y'all know, what's that art called? Acupuncture. Not acupuncture, reflexology. All of these different points. I wonder why your liver hurt, your kidneys hurt, your heart hurt. There's so many different things that they got going on with us. But where our hands should be on a tree and our feet should be on the ground or on the roots, making that connection. Because a lot of times we even ground not completely. Walking on the ground is one thing, but to lock, to make the circuits. I got a video on my channel showing you when you put your feet on the ground. Either you can put your hands and feet on the ground, or put your feet, more powerfully, put your feet on the ground or the roots of a tree, put your hands on a tree, so your hands and feet are made like this. That's for the connection. That's for you to make the circuit. Want it really powerfully? Bury yourself in the soil up to the neck. I mean, not where you can't get out. Don't do it vertical. Do it horizontal. Open up the ground like you were at the beach. And then put the soil back on yourself. You know, where you can get out easily. Or whatever. But with your intellect, with your consciousness, your DNA and consciousness in unison, and connect to the earth, you change her vibes. As a collective, we can put her back on. She's getting weaker and weaker. They're contaminating the waters. They're contaminating the forest. Like every street you drive down used to be the forest. The more cities, hold up everybody, the more city that you see that they're building, that's another forest that's gone. Another tree. Just a couple years ago, we had a whole year of what? Them burning down the trees. The sequoias, the biggest trees on the planet. The sequoias, the pine trees, the rainforest. Everything a couple years ago just was on fire. The sequoias, these trees that you see right now are minuscule compared to the giants that's original to this planet. The trees like the movie Avatar. The sequoias you even see today, they are baby in comparison to their mother hub trees that's been cut down. These trees provide oxygen on the planet. These trees are like walkie-talkies. They bring in messages. That's why it has to gather the souls. You put your back on a tree like that. Watch the video. They bring messages from the cosmos. They're the closest to the cosmos. They brought messages right off of sun rays into their being, into the ground. That's why they're getting rid of the trees. The trees is the internet. The trees is the natural internet system. The inner workings in the soil and above the ground. That's why they cutting it all. So what they put in the skies can reach us and the planet. The trees protect that. You think it's not? Use your phone in the forest. You can't. The more remote you go, there is no signal. There's no cell phone signal. It's starting to be today. Why? Because they done cut all the trees down. They done put satellites up that's beaming down to the planet. This is naked. This is naked. These trees. This is naked. This is not what it was. Then we don't feed the earth anymore. Everything that perishes, we put in some kind of box or bag so the earth can't eat it. Now you calculate that, how much food you've taken out of the mouth of earth. How many people a day, I would love to know the actual statistic on this. How many people a day perishes on earth? I would say like 100,000 or more. Right? Let's get that number 100,000 a day. Perishes every day. That's how much food she would be eating. Now you time 100,000 by 365. Time 100,000 by 365. And I'm sure that number low, but let's give it that. That's a year. How much food are you taking out of her mouth? The only food that she's getting back is the wild. The animals that's dying in the wild, that's perishing in the wild. That food is going back in the forest, becoming humus. Going back to the ground and composting. Where the worms can get it and turn that soil into that black gold. That's why the forest is rich. It does it with the leaves and everything else that falls. The ground naturally decomposes. Everything but man. And our animals. Half of us getting cremated. The other half is some kind of box. The other half Jeffrey Dahmer eating and his people. But I'm saying, our poop goes to some place. Our menstrual blood goes. The earth ate all of that. Menstrual blood carries stem cells. It's the only thing naturally on the earth that can grow these pine trees. That can take the disease from these pine trees, the stem cells in women's menstrual blood. And we're disgusted by our life waters. We're disgusted with it. We don't want to see it. We don't want it. Half of us wished it away. Was happy for menopause, don't have it no more. When we could have saved the planet. We could have fed the planet and healed the planet with stem cells. The same like the movie Lucy. Those stem cells that came from babies was why she was so intelligent. That stuff made her so intelligent because it came from babies. That's in your menstrual blood. It's an egg. It's the seed of a human. all kind of life in it. And y'all flush it in the toilet because they taught you that you was filthy. They taught you that you was filthy on the earth when you menstruate. They told you was filthy. That you were unclean. So you felt disgusting because God said you were disgusting. Fuck that, God. Some of you just shook in your boots. No, she didn't say that. Yes, she did. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your shit. I've been off of that. It's a lie. And that's how much it is a lie. Ain't not sitting up there on no brick ass throne. It's you. And y'all better snap out of it. Because it's destroying you. Religion has destroyed everything we have. It's one of the tools of control. It doesn't work like that. It never worked like that. And until we get a goddamn grip, it's only getting worse. Why is God letting all this happen? It's not. It's you. It's your belief system. Because as long as you believe in something outside of yourself, then they got control of God in your actual DNA. It's Y, W, G, something else, V. You got to study gematria. You'll know the beginning of your DNA, God, eternal, within the body. It's in you. You've got to come to grips. There's no need to even get that junk DNA, get back online with it. If you believe it's outside of yourself, because you're not going to use it. You're just going to have the Holy Grail and don't know how to drink out of it. You're going to have Excalibur and don't know how to slice with it. I give you a chest. I give you a chest with $1 million worth of gold coins. No key and no tools to open it. You might as well just chuck it in the river. Because it's doing you no good. What's the good of repairing your DNA, but you giving the props to something outside of yourself? You won't be able to use it. I don't need it. God gonna manipulate my reality. Keep on. Because he sure is. Because our reality is fucked. As is. This water is so good. I was programming it with children's all today. It's sweet. I was programming the water for the plants and stuff. My goodness, that water. Anyway, I'm telling y'all, I don't mean to hurt your feelings and what you may be into. But you over here in my house, so you might want to go. Because I ain't with the shits that you with. I love you anyway. He's lost to us. I'm just not with what y'all with. And it's no more time to be trying to sugarcoat and make y'all feel good. Because I'm telling you that y'all having is dooming us. Well, we need as many people as we can in this fight. We need as many as we can in the fight. You got to find that power in yourself and understand who and what you are. And stop reading them books and understand that the book is in you. DNA, the book is in you. Women, understand your power that you are the Iron Man. Female, is iron. You are the Iron Man. You are the life giver. Your blood is not contaminated. That's the only thing. You're the only being on the planet that can bless somebody without sacrificing something. Look up the etymology or the etymology of the word blessed. Let me tell you what you're going to find. Blessed means to smear blood on something. and it sanctifies it. Only a woman can do that without sacrifice, because we got blood once a month. Here you go, here you go, here you go, here. Men had to sacrifice and kill stuff and stab something and puncture something, including you. Sweet 16, when you got pricked and put to sleep by the magic wand, the phallus. We don't have no more time for this bullshit. These beings are at work. They are very sinister. I'm telling y'all, take off your shoes. It's warm now, as often as you can. Make the connection. Go meditate on the earth. Get your hands and your feet on the earth. As much as you can, as often as you can. And you meditate and you make the connection. You change your heart to light, to make it light. Love. Love. Create a vibration of love around you in your auric field and connect it to the earth. Connect it to your fellow man. Go love on something. All we know is hate. Do you realize the conversations today? I can't even talk to people. But I'm telling you, realize your conversations, even in yourself, how much negative talk do we do? It'll surprise you. How much negative talk. Okay, dude, you about to go outside, baby. How much negative talk we do with each other. Everything. The vibes are off on the planet. We have to change ourselves and our planet before that crazy mother push the button on those things. You see, they practice it now with get the rockets up. They keep blowing up. His rockets keep blowing up. 2 of them blew up now. Caught fire. They working hard and fast though to get them up. They done already started with the satellites though. It's already on. Cause he already been pre-approved. He already been approved for 15,000. So they done started. It's only, but he working for on the approval right now for the 45,000. 45 or 42, whatever it is. They in they work. They in the right vibe. We got to get into ours. We got to come into the divine vibration. That's all I got to say about that. Like Forrest Gump. It's lost to touch, y'all. Tatahuti. Tatahuti means be light. Tatahuti. I'll talk to y'all soon.